So today's question is, how much can somebody adapt their disc graph? Well, first, let's define the natural graph and the adapted graph. So the natural graph looks at your natural style. It's the real you under normal circumstances. And your adapted graph looks at how you adapt in your environment, normally at work. And you're adapting usually for one of two reasons, either to survive or to succeed, right? So to get better. Now to illustrate this, let me show you an example. So let's say we're in a helicopter flying above a freeway, and down beneath us we're looking at two cars going side by side. All we see are two cars going side by side, but really what we have is a Ferrari in one lane and like a VW bus in another lane. Now we know the Ferrari is meant to go fast, right? It is designed to do that. The VW bus, not so much. So when they're both going about 35, 40 miles an hour, it's totally fine. From up above, all we see are two cars going about the same speed. From inside the cars, all you feel are two cars going about 35, 40 miles an hour. Totally fine. Now, if we were to increase that speed to, say, 90 miles an hour, from up above, we see the Ferrari really pulling ahead, and inside the Ferrari, they feel totally fine and smooth. It's designed to go fast. In the VW bus, however, when you're increasing to 60, 70, 75 miles an hour, trying to inch up to 90, if you even get there, you're going to blow up. So from the helicopter, again, we see these two cars going side by side, but we don't see what it feels like in that VW bus. And what it feels like is trembling, it's making a lot of noises, and eventually that thing's going to blow up. It cannot sustain that. So taking that example and thinking of work. So if you have like an outside sales role, they need a lot of speed. They need that Ferrari to have a high sense of urgency to go fast. But now let's think of maybe a slower paced customer service role. You're going to want someone like that VW bus, someone that's designed to move at a slower pace. So when looking at adapting your styles, you first want to look at, is this person in the right job? But if they're adapting significantly, they probably are not. Or they may be adapting to survive because of a manager or because of policies set by the organization. So first let's look at, why are they adapting? But then look at, how far are they adapting? And how long can they sustain this? Typically, if they're adapting more than 15 to 20 points on the graph, that's pretty significant. And you want to do whatever you can to work with them to see if you can mitigate that, or to reduce the time and how long they're going to be adapting. Because over 20 points, that can really kind of lead to burnout, like that VW bus. So hopefully that answers the question today of how much can someone adapt their style. And if you have any questions on talent management, such as hiring, coaching, developing, team building, or any assessments, please send me an email, support@rockstarworkforce.com, or leave a comment in the video section here. And that's all for today. Take care.